Brother, here's a question that will change how you see personal development. Why do most men's programs fail to create lasting transformation? You see, studies show that 92% of personal development goals fail within 90 days. 95% of men who join fitness programs quit within 6 months. 88% of business training programs produce no measurable behavioral change. But at Millionaire Man Cave, we defy those odds, and here's why. Most programs ignore the fundamental science of how humans actually change. They focus on information instead of transformation. They rely on willpower instead of systems. They target individuals instead of communities. Today, we're going to show you the proven psychological and neurological principles that make Millionaire Man Cave work when everything else fails.
Traditional programs operate on 3 flawed assumptions. First, the information fallacy. Give men just enough information and they'll change. But information alone does not create motivation. Knowledge without application leads to guilt and frustration. Number 2, the willpower myth. Men just need more discipline. But willpower is a finite resource that depletes throughout the day. Individual willpower can't overcome environmental and social pressures. And number 3, the isolation problem. Transformation is an individual journey. But humans are social creatures who need community for sustained change. No support during inevitable setbacks means failure. And here's what research proves. Information plus willpower plus isolation equals failure 92% of the time. But proven systems plus community support plus progressive challenges equals transformation 85% of the time. That's the Millionaire Man Cave difference.
Principle 1. Social proof and peer influence. The first scientific principle MMC leverages is social proof. Humans change your behavior to match your social environment. Here's the research. The Framingham Heart Study shows your close friends' behaviors predict your behaviors better than your own past. The Harvard Social Network Study shows success spreads throughout social networks up to 3 degrees of separation. Here's how MMC applies this. Your brain is constantly scanning your environment to determine normal behavior. When you're surrounded by men who pray with their families, work out consistently, and build business, your brain recalibrates normal to match that standard. You don't change because you have more willpower. You change because your environment makes new behavior feel natural.
Our weekly rhythm creates constant social proof. Monday coaching, where you can see other men seeking growth. Wednesday accountability, witness consistent discipline. Saturday challenges, watch men choosing difficult over comfort. And Friday wins, see real transformation happening. When multiple people in your network model desired behavior, you have regular contact with them and the group has shared values, right? Behavior change accelerates automatically. Principle number 2, progressive overload with support. See, the second principle is progressive overload, the same principle that builds muscles in the gym. Here's the science. Growth happens at the edge of your comfort zone, not in it, right? The brain forms new neural pathways only when challenged beyond current capacity. Here's how we get that right at Millionaire Man Cave. Traditional programs either overwhelm you with massive challenges leading to failure, or keep you too comfortable leading to no growth. At Millionaire Man Cave, we provide weekly man card challenges that push you 15 to 20% beyond your comfort zone. Weekly pillar focus for concentrated effort without overwhelm. A rank advancement system with clear milestones and recognition, and brotherhood support during execution. You see, every challenge is calibrated to push you beyond your current capacity while providing the support you need to succeed. This creates optimal stress. Enough pressure to grow, not so much that'll break you.
Principle number 3, accountability that actually works. The third principle leverages the power of accountability and social contracts. A research study from the American Society of Training and Development shows a 10% completion rate for individual goals, a 65% completion rate when you commit to someone else, and a 95% completion rate when you have specific accountability appointments. So Millionaire Man Cave provides multiple layers. First, peer accountability with your truth teller, confidant, and ride or die. Second, upward accountability, coaching calls with leaders and rank advancement requirements. Third, lateral accountability, Brotherhood members at the same level supporting each other. And last, systematic accountability, app tracking, weekly reviews, and automated reminders. So why does this work? Social contract theory shows humans honor commitments to others more than commitments to themselves. Individual accountability relies on self-discipline, which fluctuates. Brotherhood accountability relies on honor and commitment to each other, which is much more stable and significantly more powerful.
All right, principle number 4 is identity-based change. You see, the fourth principle is the most powerful. Identity-based change rather than outcome-based change. Here's the psychology. The self-perception theory shows we become what we repeatedly do and say about ourselves. Research proves humans change behavior to match identity rather than changing identity to match behavior. Where most programs fail is they focus on outcome goals, like lose 30 pounds in 30 days, right? Or make $100,000 or fix my marriage. Why this fails? Because when motivation disappears, behavior reverts to match identity. How we get this right at Millionaire Man Cave is we first focus on identity. I am a man who leads his family with strength and love. I'm a warrior who accepts challenges and growth from difficulty. And I'm a brother who supports others' men's success. So here's the identity cascade. Identity leads to beliefs, beliefs lead to actions, actions lead to results, and results leads to reinforced identity. You see, when you see yourself as a man who leads his family well, you automatically believe family leadership is your responsibility, right? You take actions demonstrating leadership. You get results proving your capability, and you reinforce your identity as a leader. On the other hand, most programs try to change your actions and hope identity follows, right? Millionaire Man Cave changes your identity first, and then your actions follow automatically.
Here's why MMC creates transformation when individual principles fail. Each principle amplifies the others. Social proof makes challenges feel achievable. Progressive challenges build confidence for deeper brotherhood. Accountability reinforces environmental triggers. Now here's the compound effect. Brotherhood environment plus progressive challenges plus identity reinforcement plus systematic accountability equals inevitable transformation. Here's why this can't be replicated alone. You can't create a brotherhood environment by yourself. You can't provide yourself objective accountability. You can't generate social proof in isolation. And you can't maintain motivation through difficult seasons alone. The Millionaire Man Cave isn't just applying one or two principles well. We're creating a systematic integration of all proven transformation science. That's why our results exceed the sum of our parts.
So here's some real-world evidence. Retention. Traditional programs, about 15 to 25% retention after 12 months. Millionaire Man Cave, 85% plus retention after 12 months. Behavioral change. Individual goal achievement, around 8 to 12% success rate. At Millionaire Man Cave, around 73% completion rate. Relationships at MMC, 67% report significant marriage improvement. 78% report stronger father-child connections. 84% report meaningful male friendship for the first time in years, if ever. These aren't just testimonies. These are measurable behavioral changes from applying proven psychological principles systematically.
Brother, now you understand why Millionaire Man Cave works when everything else fails. It's not magic, it's science. So you have two choices. Choice one, keep trying to change through willpower alone, rely on motivation and information, attempt transformation in isolation, right? The statistical outcome is 92% chance of failure. Or choose path number two. Choice two is join a brotherhood environment, accept progressive challenges with community support, leveraged accountability, and identity change. The statistical outcome is massive. 85% or more chance of lasting transformation. So the science is clear. The system is proven. The brotherhood is waiting. The only question is, are you ready to become the man that science says you can become?